to see you.
Oh my gosh, Shaggy. Hi, honey. I love dogs.
He's the best boy, too.
Oh my God,
Oh my
what
God,
a good boy.
I'm so excited to talk with you.
I'm so excited. Do you want to sit down, honey?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, this is going to be me the entire time here.
So we both lived in, like, the Great Gardens world.
We did.
You did it on Broadway.
I did. And you, like, 16? I was 16. Yeah, I turned 16 right after opening night.
I mean, people really loved the place so much.
Yes.
And did you notice the sort of, like, fan frenzy, like, that people have about Great Gardens? What do you think it is?
It's such a beautiful cult classic.
Yeah.
Documentary, musical, film.
Yeah.
It's just these women they tear your heart out. They put their hearts on the table, and it's just, you feel so connected to them and so sad of the would've, could've, should've's of their lives. And I think people are so fascinated that they were so directly close and related to Jackie Bouvier, Kennedy Onassis.
Yes.
And just kind of the comparison of this mother-daughter relationship to Jackie and Lee Radswell. Like,
you're right.
That I think is what got people like really just like, what happened
so
there?
funny. I forget how inextricably linked they were, because it was such a big thing in their family that that Edie Beale, who was such a promising young debutante. I mean, she really was society. She was a model. She was gorgeous. She
loved to sing.
She was like a vivacious character.
Yeah.
People were drawn to her. And then she got alopecia. She started to lose her hair. She went introverted. Even though she was this grand extrovert, she moved in with her mom. She kind of shut out the world. And they just started to live increasingly more and more in squalor.
Yeah.
But it just, what an impact. And then we saw each other at the Golden Globes.
We did, because I went.
It's like the only award I've ever won in my life. So
very, very well deserved.
I didn't think it was going to happen. I blacked out. I didn't know what I said, and I still don't know what I said. I just know it was a very It's so nice. I just love that we are both sort of in that history and legacy of the Beals, these
If we had done the
women.
shows together, we would have been cousins.
By the way, let's maybe,
Want to play cousins, Drew?
You and I are old enough to say, like, hey, there's many chapters to be lived. I live in New York now. You grew up here?
I grew up here. I grew up down in the East Village.
Is it true that your dad used to walk down the street being like the great protector?
Yes. My dad in the 80s and 90s.
Because it
was not the safest place to live.
No.
At the time. And and my dad, his nickname was the mayor of 7th Street because he would... I know. Just wait. He would walk up and down 7th Street between 1st and 2nd Avenue with a baseball bat at nighttime to try to keep the deviants away.
I feel like we all wish we had someone prowling the streets, protecting us.
Yeah.
Making it known we're not going to be messed with around here.
Yeah, there are kids that live on this block.
Who wouldn't love a protector like that?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if your dad is carrying a baseball bat establishing "Don't mess with me," you're married now.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To Wells.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, that is such a beautiful picture.
That's me going, look, I got a slit in my dress.
Yeah.
Look at my leg.
Show that leg. Okay, so what does your dad do when you're going to bring Wells home to meet him? Then what kind of behavior does your dad do?
He turns on the, actor, scary dad and is just quiet and and everything. But my mom already loved Wells and was such a fan of his already that...
From Bachelor in Paradise.
From Bachelor in Paradise, that she was just like, shut up, Ed, like, be nice. He's a good one, I promise.
What if you hadn't, do you ever wonder, like, because you guys met on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder, what if I hadn't sent that tweet out?
No.
Like, you don't ever play the game like, what if I hadn't put myself out into the world that day? I wouldn't have found him in my butterfly net.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even out trying to catch butterflies. I was just outside with a net, waving my hands in the air for fun. And a butterfly flew into it.
Maybe that's what people mean, right? Like when you're not looking for it.
Truly.
It will. Were you looking for it at all?
No.
What are you and Wells up to now? Like, because you're doing this play, I want to talk about it, but like, you know, are you? I know. It's so exciting. The Great Gatsby.
I know. What?
Daisy Buchanan.
Daisy freaking Buchanan.
And how did this come about? How did you end up doing this? Were you ever a fan of the book? Did you ever see the movies? Like, did you have any personal connections to it?
It's one of the timeless classic American novels. I read the book for the first time, I think, in the 5th grade, just on my own. So I had probably read it so many times, maybe 100 times, because for school, on my own, just for fun. And I just loved it. I always felt like there was more to Daisy in the novel than what was written. And just being a woman in the 1920s was so much more than what is depicted in the novel. For Myrtle, for Jordan Baker, for Daisy Buchanan, these are women that aren't touched a lot in the novel because it's all from one character's perspective, right? And what Kate Kerrigan has done with the book of this musical has really expanded the female point of view of these characters, of these women, why they make the decisions they make, how they're feeling, how they're going about life, justifying and defending and relating and loving. And it's just, it's so brilliant with what she did, because Daisy is such a beautiful, complex woman. And
I loved the way
amazing.
you just described that new perspective. Okay, we actually have to go to a quick commercial break, and then when we come up, I want to talk about Modern Family. I just love Modern Family, so can we discuss it when we get back? Okay, great. Thank you. Reunion, thank